Good morning, good morning. Today I have zombie mode activated because I had a rough night. Apparently I'm getting old and well, I just had a little bit of outside work that I did yesterday for like an hour and a bit and my back was killing me. Couldn't fall asleep till like 3 o'clock. I'm definitely getting old. Everything hurts, but I'm like, you know what, I must push through. Got some stuff to do. Got some dailies to do in this, and some other games, and some recording, and we gotta check this out, right? Because the Godforge website with the hero pages and stuff is finally, officially live, right? So this is gonna be exciting. We get to see kits and stuff. I guess I just straight up click Cleopatra. Just, okay, apparently it seems like it moves, or maybe is it just me? Or maybe they're not supposed to move. Maybe they're not supposed to move. Right, let me just check them before I judge them. Okay, so they're not supposed to move. That's fine, I guess. But we can see some stuff in it, right? We can see lore, story. We can see all the stats once they get at the end. Okay, that's pretty good. All the skills. Divinity generator. Okay, this is the thing that gets me the most excited because it allows me to complete my website. The ascension bonuses and awakening bonuses, right? So having this means I can complete the stuff on my website. Because normally, not hero. What am I looking? Not Godforge, bro. I'm tired. Okay, so today, if it's something extremely serious, don't take my answer as per whatever. As per the reality, because I'm not humaning yet. I'm not humaning at all, to be fair. But, you know, that's why having my coffee, having my official Godforge alpha tester mug. Today might be a 2-3 cup of coffee type of day, but still. Let me see. So pretty much they have something on Svarog. Yeah, so as you can see, I just had random stuff with here, but this is what I really wanted and was looking forward to, right? Having all of this info, can add it over here. But one thing that I did notice yesterday, and in the stream, because like there were so many leaks in the stream, it's insane. I was like, I didn't see absolutely everything because I was in the middle of cooking and I was on baby watch and whatnot. But I noticed something that I want to see. Let me see if it's right. Something that definitely is going to be changing. Come on. Okay, there we go. Just obviously, website's gonna move a bit slow because maybe lots of people know about it. They're excited. Yeah, I have lots of admin work, lots of data input, but that's gonna be for like later tonight to put on my website. That's when I'm going in chill mode. So this is what I noticed, right? This over here, right? This is a big change. So the awakening bonuses in the alpha, we had, what's it called? Every single thing changed. Like first one changed something in the kit. Secondly was with divinity. Third one changed something in the kit. Fourth was divinity. But now it's completely different. The only thing that changes the kit is A5. And I think, I don't remember the hero that I saw. I think he was showing Hippolyta, right? And I saw, I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah, so pretty much rares kind of like all have this now instead of having like completely changed the kit. Just a little bit of a change, and then only the fifth one changes the kit of the hero. It's pretty interesting. I wonder how it looks for epics, for example. Let me see Achilles. We have that for Achilles. Really like Achilles. So with Awakening 3, he does that retaliate. This is one of the ones that can trigger like the Pazuzu passive, right? When he does attack up, sharpen, and then retaliate. If he's Awakened 3, that's 3 buffs, and then whoever has a weapon with Pazuzu imprint is like, boom! Is it releasing today? So not the game, just the website was. Pretty much the theme of my streams is Godforge waiting room, in the sense of while I'm waiting for Godforge to go to, you know, go global, which based on the way that Simon said is gonna be somewhere around April. Like the next instance we're gonna see something of Godforge is gonna be somewhere around April, but while we're waiting for Godforge, I'm pretty much just live streaming, doing a little bit of everything. Checking out their website, showing my website, playing some other games, like I started doing a Raid free-to-play account in the background, so lots of stuff. So brother, so question advice, if you had Heimdall, tell me, how would you build him like weapon imprint? So if I had Heimdall, I would specifically go on him, which guess what, there's a website that shows you that. I think I did it, yep. I think I did it. So I did it on my website, but this is what I have on him, right? So for Heimdall, you'd go with Excalibur, because obviously based on the list that I'm showing, you choose the best that you see over here. So for Heimdall, I would personally go with Excalibur, and I think I would personally go with Future Sight. Right, that's what I would choose specifically for Heimdall, even though Unyielding Trickster is the best imprint and is the best overall, because the pairing of Excalibur as a weapon and the imprint Future Sight, they just go together, right? Excalibur and Future Sight do similar things, so you could straight up, as soon as the game goes live and we get these, you can instantly put that Future Sight on Excalibur, right? Obviously, it might depend a little bit what stats the Excalibur weapon's gonna get, because if the because the weapon, I'm not sure if it's set stat or it's random or it gives us the best, I don't know. Because, remember, the weapon can have a base stat and then it can have a sub stat. So, based on that, though, just on straight up weapon to imprint, 100%, I would get Future Sight. As soon as it goes live, Future Sight goes on your first Excalibur, and boom, that weapon's gonna always be on Heimdall, at least based on what we know. Because Heimdall obviously brings you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He brings a million buffs, pretty much, which means Excalibur is just gonna be broken for him. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, Martin. How are you doing? Yeah, that's what I would do. Straight up, Future Sight Excalibur for Heimdall. I personally believe that is the best combo. But yeah, lots of fun stuff. It's really cool to see, and I love that they put this in. They definitely did it. See, this is the thing. My website is not going to be as quirky like this, right? It's like, I don't have the manpower and the knowledge to do stuff like this, but my website is the free-to-play version, and my website is specifically for stuff like Crazy Hyene just asked, right? So when you pretty much pull a hero, I want to have my website to be like, okay, let me see what OddOne says about this hero. So first of all, I will have in the future a legendary tier list, an epic tier list, and then a rare tier list. That's what I'm gonna plan to do on. And then I'll see if I'll go from that and rate them based on content. But then after that, you might be like, okay, so OddOne rates them to be like A tier. So that means might be worth looking into. How do I build them? Well, based on the tier list, that's gonna be the cool thing. So you see, okay, you find your healer. Oh, I pulled a Heimdall. Let me click on him, see how they build him. Or let me see what info I have on him. I'm gonna have exactly how to build him, right? I'm gonna have recommended weapons. It's gonna say like his signature imprint, then recommended imprints. Then if you scroll to the bottom, it should be, I don't currently have it on him, but it should be, I guess I can show you a good example because my good old Dracula has it. You're gonna scroll and be like, okay, what's the recommended armor? How do I build him? What do I give him for armor sets? You're gonna I'm gonna have this recommended for each piece. What should be the main stat? And then if I have a video on him, they're gonna be at the bottom. So that's pretty much the goal of my website. Now, I'm not sure if they want to do the same thing on Godforge website, but I don't think so. I think that the Godforge website, what they plan to do is just have, the hero presentation, sort of, right? So, show the hero, talk about him, just show maybe a little bit of his lore, right? The story, some stats or whatever, their abilities, Ascension, that's about it. I think that's all they want to do. And then possibly, from what I heard, hellhades.com is planning to have pages, then hellhades.com wants to have same thing as I'm doing, or even more, because, they're a bigger website. I'm a baby website, but I'm still gonna do my best. Mine will have all the facts. I will try my best, exactly. Would you save the imprint if Excalibur had bad stats? I think so, yes. Yes, possibly. Like, depends how I would look, right? I would look as, what does bad stats mean? What can it give? First of all, we will need to know what are the possible main stats and what are the possible kind of like substats that those weapons can get, right? Ultimate question, Heimdall or Dracula? For myself, Crazy Hane, for myself, 100% Dracula. It's always gonna be Dracula, right? Gotta get my great-great-grandfather. But for everybody else, for the best start in whatever's gonna be early access or global or whatever, for the best start, Heimdall, 100%, hands down, right? No questions asked. For a personal choice, because at the end of the day, you know what? It's just one legendary. It's like, you know, even if I hadn't got the legendary, it is what it is. But as a personal choice, because it's just one, I want to choose something that represents me and is gonna make it fun for me. So that's why if I manage to pull Dracula, that's what I'm 100% gonna be going with. I think that they were saying that the Godforge quest is a bit funky, so maybe don't rush into doing summons and stuff, because it might be bugged. But yeah. Oh yeah, 1 second. I guess, you know what, give me a second, guys, so I just kind of like promote my stream a bit, just in case people want to come and see and all that, you know. All the admin stuff. I'm already zombie mode, so you know, it doesn't help that, right? I'm doing stuff in the background, but you know what? Gotta promote myself. Gotta build myself that community back up. Gotta do the stuff and the things. So yeah, let me see. Where's the thingy? Stuff and things. I'm so tired. Can you tell my face? Can you tell my face that I look like a zombie? I'm curious. Does that definitely feel like a zombie? Okay, we're back. My bad. Let's see what's happening. Iron Pear, morning. You're super happy then 10-4. That's a Texas size 10-4. I hope I used that quote properly. I heard that a lot in Leather Kenny, and I love that. Okay, so it's like, oh yeah, let's go to the thingy. No, don't go to the minigame. So just bear in mind that obviously this might be a bit slow, because you know, it's live at least. But I know they were facing lots of technical issues. They were facing issue with I think it was the provider, and it was like slowing it down. It was really complicated. It was like lots of stuff. Okay, so what do we want to look at, guys? Just let me know in the chat. What do you want me to look at on the website before we, you know, let me just do a few clicks. But there's lots of things that I want to say. I guess, you know what? First things first, I guess. Gotta start with my boy. Made the mistake of wanting to pull your daily pulls. Yep, don't do it. Jumar Cusco, doing good. Just, you know, half a zombie mode, half asleep. Had a rough night. I did a bit, just a bit, like an hour and a half of outside work yesterday. And I hurt everywhere, especially my back. I'm definitely getting old. It's like I was just kept tossing and turning in bed for like 3 a.m. So I had a rough time. So if I look like a zombie, sound like a zombie, or if I sound stupid, half of it might be because I'm stupid maybe, but the other because I'm, you know, still not fully awake. The site coming back up, I'm having withdrawals. Yeah, when's the site coming back up? I was like, can I have some? Can I have the website? But I guess first things first, buff, strip, or removal. Okay, so that's what you want me to check first, Martin. I'm not sure they have filters on this one, but I guess first, hashtag that's parent life. And parent life, because obviously after I did the outside work, came in, had to do some cooking, then I was on baby watch duty while Susie had to help while Simon was live. Then I got Lily. Lily's newest favorite thing. When she was young, she would bounce. There was a bouncer, you know, a standing one, just like fixed. She would just keep bouncing in it. Now her new thing is to jump in our arms, and she keeps jumping and jumping, and like, you know, she's not that tiny. She's like 20 pounds or something. Or like, I'm not sure. It's like pretty much like, what, 10 kilograms. And she jumps and she puts her knees on my chest and just boom, boom, boom. So definitely giving Tata a workout. Those buff removals will be important, I think. Possibly, yeah, because there's lots of buffs happening. But let's see our good old boy Dracula. So, nothing changed at the bottom. At the top, from Archetype's Affinity, passive, gain 60 divinity when damaging an enemy under bleed. Okay, so only when damaging an enemy under bleed. John Scorpion, hello, hello. Free workout, exactly, Jumar. Free workout. As always, keep in mind, everything you see here, guys, the data on this page is subject to change before launch. All hero information, including statistics, abilities, descriptions, and game mechanics displayed on the page, are preliminary and subject to change during development. These details may differ from the final release and should not be considered final or definitive, which makes sense, because, you know, everything is a work in progress. That's kind of like the whole idea, right? So, yeah. It's everything's subject to change, everything's gonna change. I kind of like the idea that like they put this. I'm curious like if this changes or how this adds, maybe after we get info from here. But still, it's fun to see like, okay, let's see who has the highest base attack, base defense, base HP. You could do that. I'm sure there's gonna be scripts. I'm sure there's like gonna be places where you're gonna be able to put them there and be like, oh, this is the person with the highest attack. Whatever makes a balanced game, I am all for. 100%, same here. That's the goal at the end of the day, right? That's why, like, you know, sometimes I talk about the Sun Wukong game, passive and imprint, and I'm like, that's kind of busted. It might need a rebalance. Are they really giving us like 250 stones to draw? Is that what Simon said in his reading video? Yes, they are. Like, I already saw mine. It's just obviously the Godforge quest page is a little bit funky for opening, but they are doing that. They're doing some massive changes. I'm waiting for the page to go properly so I can make a video on it, because not only that, but they're removing the requirement of like having 20 fragments, which is cool, right? Everybody deserves to have a hero, even if it's not a legendary. What may work when they have 50, 100 Godforge employees testing may not work when they have the thousands of players playing. 100% exactly. Always the best testing pool is gonna be the player base. It's never gonna be just the, you know, the developers or the staff or whatever. No. When you release it to the masses will always find a way to break it, to quirk it, to like abuse stuff. That's your best testing ground. And you know what's the most fun part? It's free, right? Because the community is excited to play. So you get pretty much you get free testers. Also, they do listen to the community. Yep. And they do listen to the community. Okay, so let's see our boy Dracula. So attacks one enemy, damage based off of HP and attack 2 times. Each hit has a chance to inflict stack of bleed. Okay. Also heal by 5% if the hero, if the target is under bleed. I think this one's the same. Awakening 1 places 1 stack of bleed on all enemies instead. That's awesome. That Awaken 1 is awesome. Wow, that's big. For an Awaken 1, if you think about it, is just having AoE bleed on basic. And I think this one you can skill it up to, they don't show the skill ups, or do they? Let me see, can we see somewhere? Or maybe they don't have that one yet. Maybe they didn't want to release everything yet, but this is massive. I expect this to be skilled up to 100%. Each hit has a chance, so pretty much Awaken 1, if this goes up to 100%, you put 2 stacks of bleed straight up. Imagine him with a joint attack. Imagine him with a, you know, a joint attack hero. That's awesome. Dracula thirsty, exactly. He's thirsty for that transfusion. That's amazing. I love that. Definitely love that. Okay, let's see. Next one. Blood Mist. The core places 2 stacks of bleed on all enemies and removes 1 random buff from each target. Okay, so another few stacks of bleeds. If a buff was removed, places 3 stacks of bleeds instead. He's definitely going to be the king of bleeds. Like, we just saw these 2. That's already 4 bleeds, if not 5 bleeds AoE between a basic and a core ability. I love it, right? And then gains an extra turn. That's what makes it even better, right? gains an extra turn as well. It's like, okay, I'm doing the core and then I'm having a turn and I can go and do this one. So pretty much, first time he takes a turn, he puts a minimum of 4 stacks of bleed, if not 5, if there's buffs to remove. Love that. Okay, Sanguine Tines. Ultimate attacks all enemies 4 times, 4% HP, 50% attack. Before attacking, consumes all stacks of bleed on each target and increases damage inflicted by 8% per stack of bleed consumed. So if we assume that there's 5 targets, right, per wave, or 4, let's assume 4. Let's assume 4 because 4 is what we've seen more common. So let's assume there's 4. That's 4 stacks of bleed times, let's say, 4 people times 10 stacks of bleed, because that was the maximum. That's 40 times 8. That's 320% more damage. Now I'm curious how much that is. Obviously, it's all gonna depend to calculate everything, to see multipliers and kits, but that sounds pretty decent. Even without having, let's say we don't get to maximum of 8. Let's say we get to a, to 40. Let's say we get, instead of that, we get not 10 stacks on everyone, but we get 6, right? 6 times 4, that's 24. Times 8, still getting like, close to 200% damage boost. Yeah, bleed stack up to 10. And this, the best thing, and the thing that I love about bleed is that it's, doesn't fall off, right? That's the cool thing about it. Bleed's the only thing from the damage over time, as of yet at least, unless they change again, but I don't think so. It's the only damage over time that does not disappear, does not have a duration. You just place it and it stays there. The only way it goes off is if somebody does a mend, or if you remove it with a kit. So the interesting thing is, and the thing that I'm personally looking forward to testing, is gonna be this. How much damage does he do by actually casting his ultimate and removing the bleed stacks and doing damage? And how much damage does he do by just straight up leaving those bleeds on all the time? So never doing his ultimate. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna have that in early access, but I really hope one of the first things that they implement as an improvement to the game is gonna be that kind of like team preset, timing preset, hero skill preset. What am I talking about? Let me show you. Pretty much this, right? Something similar to this, which I know they already said they're doing, but this is going to be helpful to be like, okay, round 1, round 2, or round 3, and the 3 skills, what do I prioritize, what do I use, what do I don't use? Because without that, I personally believe that the game does not open up to its fullest potential as it can, based on the way that we can use our ultimates outside of our turn, right? That's really important. Without having this, you're gonna be a little bit limited in certain things. It's still gonna be, the game's still gonna have proper depth because of weapon, imprint, using ultimates outside of your own turn, which is the thing that I personally love the most about. That's the new things. But by having this, is gonna be even better. Because, like, for example, let's say I get to the boss and I'm like, okay, I do not want to use Dracula's ultimate. I just turn it off and I just use his core, basic, core, basic. Or I get to a point where, 3 people get their ultimates at the same time. The only way that you can influence it without having this preset is by having them in the third order. Not sure if you noticed that during the alpha, but that's how it was. So let's say this is my Dracula, then let's say this is my Shinigami, and then let's say this is my damage dealer Guan Yu. If I have them placed like this and Guan Yu and Shinigami have their ultimates at the same time, then Guan Yu is gonna go first with the ultimate and then Shinigami does. But I guess maybe Shinigami is not the best example. But anyway, somebody that has maybe decreased defense on their ultimate, right? The only way you can influence it is by having them in the order, right? It's first, second, third, and that's how they go with their ultimates if you have them in order. So definitely this is one of my most wanted things to see once the game actually goes global, so we can play and whatnot. I want to see team presets ASAP, because that's gonna completely change, from my point of view, the way that we play the game, right? But maybe I'm looking too far ahead. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? But yeah, let's continue to see his passive. At the start of an enemy's turn, if they are under bleed, increases damage of this hero's next attack by 10%. Okay, so actually, this thing, right, with these stacks of bleed, can maybe have some potential to make him smack pretty hard. I'm really curious. He might be actually a sneaky damager. Awaken 1 definitely seems awesome. Damage multiplier, healing multiplier, ignore resist. Okay, Blood Mist gets awakened. Oh, which one's Blood Mist? Awaken the ability Blood Mist. We don't... Apparently they didn't... Am I missing something? Maybe they forgot to put the... Yeah, they forgot to put the awakening bonus for Blood Mist. Well, I'm definitely reporting that, right? Bug. Already found a bug. And fifth one, Zip, the one that we saw. Okay, so, and even the Ascension bonus. Oh yeah, the Ascension bonus. This is another thing that I noticed. Crazy, no. Incisive, yes. This is another thing that I noticed. In the alpha, we got like 5% HP and defense, then 5% this. This looks different. So Ascension bonus, level 1, 2, and 3 both give, all of them give 9% attack, HP, and defense. This is cool. Ascension 4 gives accuracy, Ascension 5 gives initiative, and Ascension 6 gives divinity. No speed though. I don't see any speed over here. I would have liked to see speed. Let me see for somebody that's a speed booster. Speed booster. Where's the speed booster? Quetz. Okay, let's see. Quetz is a speed boost. Booster, does he get? Okay, Quetz does get speed as level 4. So I have a feeling like maybe level 4 is more focused around the type of hero. So because Quetz is a speed booster, gets speed, initiative, and divinity seems the same. Then let's see. So he still had right initiative and divinity. Okay. Now I guess let's check a Sun Wukong. Let's see, does he get crit damage on tier 4? That's what I expect, right? Because he's a damage dealer. Okay, no, speed, and then it swaps the initiative into crit damage. Okay, I like that. I like that. These look pretty awesome. And 17 more crit damage sounds pretty cool. Where's part 5? But yeah, this looks cool. This looks cool. So far, so good. All the kits over here we see. Hey, okay. It already happened. Unless it's a typo, they already balanced. They already balanced Sun Wukong's passive. I called it. I asked for it because it was a bit too broken. They didn't do the whole thing that I said, but it's been changed. So, fair warning, it doesn't change your choice. Like, I still believe it's still the number one choice, but I guess good thing I noticed, again, unless it's a typo, they changed his passive, which means for the Godforge minigame, you know, it should be changed as well. Yeah, Dracula gets access to Planestar Bleed. So, the change that they've done to him is the immortality that he places for the first time when receiving fatal damage goes only for 1 turn and not 2 turns as it used to. And I personally believe that's better. It was already, even like this, it's still busted. Even like this is the best passive in the game. It's like, gives you 1 immortality and it gives you high chance to do joint attack. It's just crazy. Plus, oh my god, Awaken 1 always joins the attack with the hero from Tian. Holy shit. I think I need to change. I think I need to pull and get myself a Sun Wukong. I think I need to pull and get myself a Sun Wukong, guys. Because guess who's from Tian? Let's go to the heroes. Guess who is from Tian? The starter that everybody should be pulling. Right? Everybody should be going Guan Yu. And it's Awaken 1. That's usually pretty easy to do, right? The way that the ecosystem works, from what we've seen, if you start off and do a ton of summons early on, I think he should count and straight up appear in your echo. He should be the first copy you get of, and boom, Awaken 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guan Yu plus Sun Wukong. I mean, obviously I'm still hoping for Dracula in the quest, but I personally believe that this one skyrockets, gets Sun Wukong in the top 10. He already was the number 1 damage dealer from what we've known and seen so far. But just the Awaken 1 is amazing. Because here's the thing. If we look at Tian, right, from what we have, Guan Yu, straight up, we should be pulling, right? Just straight up, it makes sense. Everybody should select as the best. Shishi used to be one of the best. Let me see what I want to look at Shishi as well. Because Shishi was one of the best defenders because the healing that it had. Let me see if it does the same. Okay, I guess Shishi doesn't have abilities in here. Maybe that means it's still work in progress. But Shishi, I guess, you know what? Let me check what it used to say on my website. Because I had a website, guys. That's what I will have to update. But Shishi had these cool things that whenever an enemy attempts to place a debuff on an ally, has a 60% chance to heal that ally, first of all. And then secondly, he had this cool one that says when an ally defenders will join the attack when he does the core. Now, I think I heard this one gets changed, but still, as an early rare to pull for a support, Shishi can still be good. It still puts defense up on itself, still puts protect and shields. Can still be good. Simon's using Shishi in his stream yesterday. Oh yeah, that's true. And I think I saw him use the core and Hippolyta didn't join the attack even though she's a defender. I'm going Guan Yu on your Quetz account, Lady Jacques on your Metz Lily account. Yeah, that makes sense. Shishi's your most wanted. Nice. But yeah, honestly, this is huge. Awaken 1 for Sun Wukong is massive. Because it's so easy to get, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? It's not like most other games. You need to get lucky. You need to get lucky to pull the same hero, whatever. No. The way that they're doing with their ecosystem, which is mind-blowing and I love it, is pretty much if you obtain that hero, after you keep summoning, right, you get points for the ecosystem from your 3 Ether Stones, right, from the Eternal, Flawless, and Ancestral, I think they're called. I'm too young. I'm too young. I'm too early. I might be saying silly stuff, but pretty much every time you summon, you get points up to 500. Once you hit 500, you can choose whoever you want from the Echo summons. And guess what? Awaken 1 on what's it called? Sun Wukong is at the top of the list. That's definitely gonna be one of the videos. Top A1 heroes in Godforge. That's gonna 100%. I can already see it, right? That's gonna be a video. Or it might be top 5 defenders to A1, top 5 damage dealers to A1, right? Because even for my boy Dracula, right? I 100%, if I do manage to pull Dracula from Godforge Quest, the first A1 I'm getting from Echoes is gonna be Dracula, because Awaken 1 just makes his, like I said, his base ability, his basic makes it be an AoE bleed instead of a single target, which is massive. Because you know why this is so massive? Not just the fact that you can put bleeds on everyone, but because that means when you get to your ultimate, the damage, the actual raw damage that he does is going to be so much better. And I feel like with Awaken 1, Dracula is going to be good for most dungeons, right? Where if they're going to have like wave, and then boss fight, because you would not necessarily need to bring another damage dealer to clear the waves and then have Dracula for the boss. He could be able to do that because he would do the stacks of bleed, right, AoE on the waves, and then he just explodes them and does crazy damage to the ultimate. So definitely love that. I have a feeling that all A1s are going to be pretty game-changing, right? That's awesome. Wukong is always insane in games. I locked in his Anami and her kid seems interesting. The control is great. She has Corrupt and not sure if it will let her steal buff since her Corrupt is AoE. It should. Because every time, the way the Corrupt works is every time the person that has Corrupt would receive a buff, she would get a buff instead. But I think if there's somebody that places AoE buffs, then like, yeah, she would not get stacks of them. Like, she would not get 2 turns times 4, 8 turns. No, she'd just get one of those stacks and then just blocks everybody else's. But yeah, this is pretty insane with Sun Wukong. Damn. Always joins the attack with a hero from Tian. This is so impressive. I'm still in shock. Like I said, it just makes so much more sense for people to have Sun Wukong to stay with him. Because he used to be the best damage dealer. Oh yeah, let me see what he does on the basic, okay? Damage increases the hero's divinity. Oh my god, so he's gonna join attack a lot. If joining attack increases divinity by an additional 5%. So he's gonna pretty much get those ultimates popping so often, it's gonna be insane. Yeah, exactly. Even with that, is Anami only getting 1 stack. But then also mirrors 1 random buff from the target. So pretty much he kind of like doesn't steal it but mirrors it. The core ability still attacks all enemies 2 times for each buff on this hero, increases damage inflicted. That sounds amazing. Ultimate I think is the same. Yeah, so I think his kit pretty much looks the same. But this awakening one is insane. And also the way that he gains divinity. Gains 40 divinity when inflicting damage to an enemy. Well, hear this. He gains 40 divinity when he inflicts damage. He gains 10 divinity every time he joins somebody from Tian. He's going to be doing the ultimate a ton. Thanks for the explanation. I'm locking her in. I want to try her. Okay. It's like, I would not 100% suggest her. I personally always rate, you know, on my tier list, I pretty much made the top 10. I rate supports more. But I would 100%, you know, I would just go with who you want to have fun in the end. But I would rate these guys first, right? Even though now with Wukong, with that A1, I would, I might double think things. But let's see, what else was it in Tian, if we think about it. Because you're pretty much getting a power start with Sun Wukong by having Guan Yu. Because everybody should be picking Guan Yu. You're sticking with Big Boy Heimdall. Good choice. 100% a good choice, Daisuri. 100% good choice. They have Diao Chan. Kang Ji. Obviously, I'm not going to be... I'm trying to think of what we already knew. Or you know what? Let's have a look at the rares. Since we're here, should we start with the rares or let's start having a little bit of a look from the bottom, right? Maybe most people start from the top. Let's start from the bottom and look at stuff that we haven't seen. Maybe start with Virai, right? Because that's going to be my favorite faction. Let's start and have a look at more people. But yeah, definitely, this caught me off guard. The Awakened one caught me off guard. And it's pretty fun. Because he still has the 50% on most attacks, but then that one just goes to guaranteed with Tian. It's awesome. Love it. Okay, let's have a look at all the Virai people. So starting with the common, Asenia, Disruptor Cunning. I'm not going to go too much into this, like, or, you know, let me know what you guys want to see, because I'm not sure I really want to go and, like, read every single kit, maybe just go look through them. If something sticks out, I might just give it a call out, you know, because obviously I'm going to be looking at all of these kits when I start implementing them on my website. But yeah, I love to see this one's all about sleep. Okay, yep, Vampire, there we go. We have our vampires. Vampire, this is exactly, I think it's the way you would say it in general in countries around here. Same way that it's spelled in Romania. So, I approve. I approve. Okay, let's see what does he do. Drain. Okay, love that. Straight up guarantee places drain. It's only for 1 turn. Might go to 2. Okay, Despair. Attacks on 2 times, has a chance to put Despair. Okay, I have a feeling that stuff like this that says 1 turn, even though they're uncommons, maybe you can scale it up and it goes to 2 turns, right? Drain 1 for 2 turns is going to be pretty good, because you know what? Drain makes you have lifesteal, but also increases the damage. So, definitely looking forward to it. Okay, so Vampire, I'm happy about that. Okay, Villa. Villa, this is kind of like a fairy, I think. What we expected, right? A little bit of stuff going slow. Let me just do a couple of clicks in the background in the meantime. Oh yeah, I might have to do a clan boss clan boss run. If I land a support for the list on your site or Dracula or Wukong, I will lock them. If none show up, I will go with the... Yeah, that's a fair point, Jumar. Fair point, 100%. Okay, I was gonna say like, oh yeah, Villa doesn't want to show up. No, she is. So she's kind of like a fairy pixie, but not the. She looks the more creepy one, because obviously from this land. Let me 1 second. 1 second, because I think I have a key to use for a clan boss. I'm not trying to be ultra efficient. I'm just trying to be slightly efficient. You know, resources and whatnot. Arena, I don't care. Except to somebody. I think somebody wanted to be in there. Okay, let's see. Let me do one run. Efficiency, guys, right? Take a break from that. And do a couple of things here. Just do this, and then we're jumping back to look at the VRI people. I'm obviously not going to be looking at everything, right? Because it's a full website. It's a lot of them. Like I said, I'm going to be looking at everything myself when I go through when I go and update them on my website. But if there's somebody in particular that you guys want to look at from the website, just let me know in chat, and I can jump over and have a look at that. Okay, this is the clan boss. So let's see what this uncommon do. AoE damage, each critical hit increases the hero's divinity. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting for a uncommon. Right? Multiplier is pretty good. Obviously the base attack is not gonna be... It's not that bad. Dracula has 900. And she has 815. 250 attack base. This just screams Hex Hollow, right? You're uncommon for Hex Hollow. I definitely want a Villa then. Okay, core ability. If she defeats them, gains an extra turn. Okay, I see you, girl. And then defense down the ultimate. It's a 50% chance though, only it's for one turn. But it's defense down too. You know what? Villa might have to be one of those uncommons we keep an eye out on. You heard it here first, right? Villa, I think, is one of those uncommons that we have to keep an eye on for. Obviously, she's from V, right? So she's gonna be awesome. Okay, 1 second. Let me let the puppy out. Hello. Okay. So far so good. Let's continue. Let's look at these time for slouching mode. Okay, 1 sec, puppy's barking, I have to let her out. Okay, we're back. Need to say hello before I go and do some recording myself. Hello, Mr. Sneaky. Thank you for jumping in to say hello, my friend. I'm just half zombie mode, looking a little bit over these. I'm not going to be here for hours and hours because I had a rough night, but I just want to have a look at a few things because it's exciting. Just checking, are they showing the leader bonuses on the page or am I missing it? I guess let's check Svarog. They are, don't see it. Nope, I don't see any leader bonuses. Zoroi Daishinkan, hello. I already saw another bug, like, this is not the passive, this is the core ability, so we might just have to give some feedback as well. Obviously, once, I think I'm not gonna start giving too much feedback up until I see that it's stable enough, you know? I'm pretty certain leader bonuses not being displayed among was mentioned last night. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't really catch everything last night because I was mid-stream. I was like mid-cooking, mid on baby watch duty. But yeah, I guess let's continue with the V-Rise stuff. So definitely, yeah, there's no aura. So Bauk we already saw. Another thing, I'm not gonna look at stuff we already knew and already saw to check if every single thing was changed. I just want to check stuff that we haven't seen yet, maybe. Like for example, Dobrynia. Okay, so if it's still in progress, we'll be on the review. We'll come back later. Okay, got it. Lada. Funny thing about Lada, that's the name of like a really old school type of car from Russia. You want to check out Omeo Khan? Yeah, I'm going through like all of them a little bit. Obviously, I might not be going over absolutely everything, because everything's subject to change and whatnot, but it's cool to look at what other new things are available. Because I'm obviously going to check everything once I add them to my website and put stuff in there. I really loved, I'm not sure if you caught it, Mr. Sneaky, or you already know, but something that like shocked me and I love was, did you see Samu Kong's A1? You report a list of things missing or requested by community. Okay. Yeah, because I've seen quite a few things missing. I've seen, like, for example, for Dracula. Dracula, what's the Awakening for 3? Like, Awakening 3 says ability boost Blood Mist. There's nothing here, so, you know. Make my boy even stronger. Gotta make my boy even stronger. But Mr. Sneaky, not sure if you noticed. Do you want me to spoil it or not? The Awaken 1. Because it's pretty juicy. The Awaken 1 for Samu Kong, which should be pretty easy to get, right? Considering the ecosystem. It is pretty juicy. I'm gonna check the other ones in the meantime while you confirm. Because I don't want to spoil it if you want to make a first, you know, first reaction, Mr. Sneaky. You don't mind, but you'll be doing faction by faction. You know what? That's a good point. Maybe that's something I will do. Thank you for the idea. I might do a video over that, as well for the next few weeks. Does Shishi still join attacks and Tian ally on Awakening? Yeah. So Sun Wukong is Tian. Awakening 1 always joins Tian, which is amazing. Shishi, however, they have changed. Awaken 3 for Dracula is with the ultimate. Awaken 3 also destroyed each target HP for 10% HP. Okay, so it should be for the ultimate. But that's Awaken 5. Also destroy each target HP for 10% damage inflicted. So then what's Awaken 5? If that's Awaken 3. That's why I'm asking. It's like, it looks weird. So Awaken 1 makes the bleed AoE. Awaken 5 or Awaken 3 would destroy XP. But then what's Awaken 5? Oh, Awaken 5 is passive? Start of the battle. A start of an ally's turn steals 10% of their current HP, increases this hero's divinity by 2%. Interesting. Yeah, that one's missing here. So I guess that... that's gonna be cool. Thank you for clarifying. I'm hoping they fix it so I can update it properly at some point to my website. Obviously, no rush because I'm gonna have lots of work. But Mr. Sneaky was checking the Shishi. He was not available. Shishi was there was no kit, but Shishi used to have join attack. Yeah, so there's no kit for Shishi. I have a feeling they're changing it. But based on what I've seen on the stream yesterday, Mr. Sneaky, I think Simon did a core with Shishi, which usually said, guess what, there's another website we can check in the meantime. Hashtag shameless self-plug. It said defender allies will join the attack using their basic. He did a core with Shishi. He had Hippolyta in the team, that's a defender as well, and Hippolyta did not join the attack. Yeah, so Shishi might be changed, but based on what I saw, Shishi did not have Hippolyta do the join attack. So the strategy with defenders and Shishi might not be a thing anymore. Side join attack, so try to trigger join attack during some. Really? I thought I saw the opposite. Maybe it was because of Hippolyta. You know what? Hippolyta also put increased speed on Shishi, and she used to put only on Olympians. Shishi Awakening removes the Kian for Defender. Okay. Yeah, that might be a thing. But I know Hippolyta I saw. Yep, so okay, so this one still says the play also places speed on all eyes from Olympus. But he placed speed on Shishi. And Shishi's not from Olympus. I feel like maybe lots of these kits are maybe still work in progress, not done, or something's missing. Let's hope Shishi does join attack for the faction, then at least. Yeah. Does she Olympian join attack? No, it's this one. One random ally joins the attack when she does the roll to make. Attacks one enemy with one random ally. And I think it was just Hippolyta and Shishi that were alive. So that's why Shishi joined the attack. And then Hippolyta's Awakened 5 allies from Olympus also joined the attack. But this was really cool for a rare to have a... If you make a team full of Olympians, this can be awesome. She's a rare, should be pretty easy to Awaken 5 her. Like, I can already see this, right? I can already see her with somebody like... oh yeah, let's check Cyclops. Oh my god, I'm so all over the place. Let's check Cyclops. Let's check the Bellower of Godforge. Swindler, hello, hello. How's it going, brother? Welcome. You're happy about Hippolyta. Me too. I really want to see fun rares. I want to see fun epics, right? I don't want to be all about legendaries and stuff. She's so good. I liked her a lot. I used her in alphas as well. Okay, so no Cyclops. But let's assume that Cyclops is going to be good based on this, right? If you think about what the word cleave means, this makes me think this is going to be AoE, right? Titan cleave means I think it's going to be an AoE basic. So that's going to be fun to pair with Hippolyta. I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize. Had a rough night. But it's exciting to see more kits and discuss them. So if we go on the phase of Olympians, I can already see, even for rares, honestly, go Hippolyta, Cyclops, Icarus. You get like a core of good 3 ones. Then Pandora, I think, had a like big AoE hit. And then obviously if you get Hercules, you're set. Exactly. Dirk says Cyclops will be the Bellower of Godforge. So I'm expecting him. It can mean 2 things. It means all AoE abilities, or it means both. It can mean all AoE and lots of debuffs, right? I would have expected he was Eternal though, right? I would have expected him to be Eternal since he's gonna be like really cool, but you know what? Doesn't have to. So many cool things. So many cool things. Okay, let's continue with the Virai, right? I kind of squirreled, got over everywhere. I apologize, guys. Just excitement, and I'm tired. So, yeah. But let's see. Lada, the Russian car. What does she do? Oh, yeah, by the way, for people that missed it, Villa is an uncommon you might want to keep an eye out on, right? This uncommon from Virai is one that you might want to keep an eye on. AoE based ability. Each crit gives the divinity. Her core, if she kills something, she gains another turn. And her ultimate, she can place defense down too. I think she's a sneaky OP one. Considering that like her base attack is 815, right? And then Dracula's is 991. Like, okay, as an uncommon, that's not bad. Still not bad. So I feel like she's definitely gonna be one I'm gonna be building. But he's not one for the of the Titan Giants. They would be legendary, I think. Yeah, exactly. Extra turn like to abuse, exactly. Get extra turn, boom, AoE again. Get extra turn, boom, AoE again. Solid and common. Like, if you think about it, the first thing that popped into my head when I saw this was Hag's Hollow. Right? Because if you noticed, last week's video when Simon showed Pantheon, at the end, he showed a fight where it was like the Hag and there was like lots of totems. And he killed one, and Hag lost HP. And killed another one, Hag lost some HP. And it kind of looked like it was barely any damage, and those totems were dying. So, this could be good, or the AoE could kill them, or even this, right? You kill one, you get another turn, you come back to it faster. He played Hag's Hall in live stream too. Okay, I didn't catch it. I was too tired last night. I didn't catch that point, but still. I feel like Villa's gonna be one of those uncommon uncommons that's gonna be good for that. Yeah, you want AoE for that, exactly. So I feel like Villa's gonna be good, because you know what? I want to play with uncommons. I want to play with rares. Obviously, the goal is to eventually get all legendaries and whatnot, but I want to have fun with stuff like this. And especially because she's Virai, which is obviously going to be my favorite faction. Makes me even happier. But let's check Lada. Okay, so Lada. Initiative up, ally okay. Defense up or allies heals the target with lowest HP. Okay, it's good. Defense and healing. Places vanish of an ally. Increase the divinity. When an ally is healed, ally receives 10% of the healed amount. Oh! Hello, Freya. Hello, Freya. Full uncommon, all-star team, and hit number on the boards. Exactly. Would this work with Freya? When an ally is healed, allies receive 5% of the healed amount. Wait a second, Freya had a busted thing about her. Let's see our girl Freya. So what was the busted thing? When an ally inflicts a crit, heal the ally, okay. So what was the thing with the healing? I don't remember. Maybe Susie can explain. But like, yeah, maybe this is gonna be one of those quirky ones that goes good with the Freya combo, right? Would work with Athena, that's true, because Athena's shield, right, when it breaks, she heals as well and puts Petrify and all that stuff. But yeah, okay, Lada looks, honestly, even though her kit doesn't impress me, the passive, the imprint looks good. Mr. The Angel, if we're talking about the game, we're expecting somewhere like April, based on what Simon said on his stream. But the website is live. When you crit, you heal with Freya. Okay, yeah. No, there was something like when in Susie's... Susie made a video with Rabbit going about Freya's kit and how it's broken and can be... kind of like abused in a way. Oh yeah, this is it. Gains 30 divinity when healing an ally. There we go. So because of the ultimate, imagine that. Imagine you have her passive, right? When an ally is healed, heal all allies. Every time somebody's healed, she's gonna heal everybody, and she gains divinity. So it kind of looks like she's gonna be spamming that ultimate. So I have a feeling that Lada's gonna be OP for imprint for Freya. Susie got the link? Yeah, let me see if I can grab Susie's video on that. Somebody had a full video. It was even posted on the ones. Let me just grab it and share it. It's not this one. Which one is let's see. Boom. Highly underrated. There we go. This one. Let me just get the link for you. It definitely looks like it's a cool one. There you go, Mr. Sneaky. That's all about Susie going over with I think it was Rabbit, right? Going on the whole potential to like have Freya break the game. But I got you, bro. Got you. But 100%, I personally, so far. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's like it's my stream, Susie. At work. You got your own thing to do. I'll do my hard work myself, babe. I got it. But keep in mind, Lada. Keep in mind Lada for your Freya as an imp, babe. When an ally is healed, all allies receive 5% of the healed amount. Doesn't matter the healing amount, right? Just base with Freya's ultimate, she's gonna gain a shit ton of divinity. Is he trying to update the community sentiment analysis from feedback during and after Simon's livestream? Odyssey while playing looks like an amazing... Okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking just her imprint for a Freya weapon, you know? Just to make Freya pop off more since you're locking her. But yeah, okay, definitely Lada is gonna be the thing. Hey, let's move over. We saw Maria Morevna. Let's see Vesna. What does Vesna do? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Just to have like a an imprint for Freya to get your Freya to pop off. Okay, what was this one? Vesna. Okay, tax when in places Radiance on one ally. Heals all allies of the allies fully places shit. Okay, I love this. Just straight up, simple, basic healer, 10% HP. Which I think means her HP, so she can go lots of HP. Then if it's overhealed, then puts a shield. Love that. That's awesome. Like the imprint. I wonder if that's good for the mans until you find Enki's imprint, maybe. That could work, right? I think mans does count as a healing, so that could work pretty good. This one is pretty fun, and the ultimate removes one debuff from all allies, then heal all allies. Also extend duration of one random buff by 1 turn. For each buff on each ally increases the hero's healing output by 5%. You know what? Vesna sounds like straight up healer. Healer on the core, healing with debuff remover on the ultimate. If an ally is fully healed, increases the turn meter by 20%. That's awesome. Okay, I love that. I love that. If they get fully healed, so just stack a shit ton of HP on her. Get her awaken 5. She heals. She also boosts turn meter with the ultimate. I love it. I love Vesna. Nice. So far, I'm happy with everything I'm seeing in the Virai faction. Vesna haunted you in the minigame. I bet I won't pull her in game. Oh no. Lock her in the minigame then. Lock her in the minigame. Yeah, definitely love Vesna. I like her kit a lot. Okay, we saw Volkodak. Okay, let's check the epics. Let's start with the Eternal, with Devana. I like a good dedicated healer. Exactly, right? Because the thing is like this. If you have a good enough dedicated healer that does the job properly, you might not be as desperate to get a reviver, as I call, you know, from everything else. So, definitely good to have one. And I'm really hoping to see one specific dedicated healer that's at least, you know, lowest to rare, maybe even uncommon, just for the sake of having Vesna, who was thinking that you pulled. Yep. Yeah, it might be, because if you're talking about healer, then like, yeah, that's one. Can't wait to see the Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh yeah, Koschei, that's gonna be interesting. They look the same. I mean, they're from the same area, so they might be related. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. AoE attack with the chance to increase the turn meter. For Devana. I like Devana. She's so fun. She looks like she could be a Viking. When you look over, she looks like she might be from the Vikings, but she's like, nope, she's from our side. From the Vira area. But AoE basic, gotta love it. AoE on the second one. Oh my god. This is cool. What? So she's a disruptor. Yep. This is awesome. Attack down and speed down to AoE. This is... I love it. I love this one. And she's eternal. Damn, I love Virai. They're good. Perfect. I'm happy they're gonna be my favorite faction. So on an eternal, all AoE hits. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be booked to or skilled up to 100%. 100% attack down, speed down on an AoE from the core. It's awesome. And then this one, single target with a chance to place lock core for 2 turns. Chance to place sleep on all other enemies for 2 turns at awaken 5. Okay. When an enemy increases turn meter, this hero will counterattack with their basic. Oh my god, she has an AoE counter just when they get turn meter. She's so fun. Damn, I love Devana. I love her. That's amazing. Oh, this is so fun. This is so fun. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah, was the awakening. Also counterattacks if an enemy reduces this hero's turn meter. Devana sounds so fun. Definitely gonna look forward to her. Okay, let's check Koschei. Let's check the dwarf. The guy that I thought was gonna be an Eternal. That was gonna be a legendary. Thought he was gonna be a big smacker. Let's see what he's gonna be. I think Simon showed him. And he's a disruptor again. Okay, see it. Disruptor, cunning, and then chaos. Okay, let's see what he's all about. Single target hit, chance to steal target's divinity. Not the best, not the worst. For AoE with resistance down, initiative down. I personally don't really feel that these debuffs be that important yet. Again, we have to see, we have to test, but right now I'm not impressed. Resistance down. I always thought of it like this. from my point of view, the resistance down is one of the most useless debuffs in any game, right? Not just in Godforge. But, and it has like maybe extremely rare utility in ultra endgame stuff. Because here's the thing, in order to land the resistance down, you already need to have ultra high accuracy, right? So because you need to have ultra high accuracy to land the resistance down, why not bring an accuracy up? It does not require your accuracy, right? You're better off bringing an AoE accuracy up, obviously if that's available and whatnot, than putting a resistance down, and then job done. Resist down, initiative down sounds more PvP. Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's the case. But like, yeah, for overall other stuff, instead of getting resistance down that requires your accuracy to land it, why not get an accuracy up, right? Get an accuracy up AoE, and that's that. Again, this is just me spitballing. I'm not trying to act too smart. I'm just talking about things. If I'm playing a control team, I agree, resist feels off, but I feel that's the sad point of it, yeah. Maybe it's like, okay, maybe when you get to ultra endgame, you need maybe to have like accuracy up on the person that puts resist down so everybody else can land the debuffs. That might, you know what, that might be the case. That might be cool and that might be fun, right? If there's going to be specific points, specific areas in the game where you actually need this resistance down, I'm going to love it and I'm happy about it, right? It's always cool to have different types of mechanics and requirements so you can make the game be more diverse, right? Like, I'm hoping there's a specific area maybe where it says it needs to have resistance down, or you need to have the person, you need to have somebody that brings resistance down so everybody else can do their debuffs and whatnot. Even if he's basic placed an accuracy up one on himself, yeah, that might make it even better. That might be more interesting. But here's the thing though, maybe it should be done instead. It should be puts accuracy up on himself before attacking and then lands that stuff. But that might be too much. Because the thing is, the first thing that you do in the fight is your core. So he will not do his basic to put accuracy up before he does that. What could be interesting was maybe have like maybe it would have been a passive that says the start of the run gets accuracy. But I guess, you know what, maybe because his, let's see his attack. Because his, wait, why does he have more attack than Dracula? Why does an epic has more attack than a legendary? His base attack is higher than Dracula's, and he's an epic. Fuck you, Koschei. Bruh. He might smack, I guess. I was gonna be like, yeah, he's not gonna smack. I was expecting to see something like 800 attack or 850, right? But then he's like, no, bro, I got 1,000 attack. Okay, fuck Koschei. You don't need accuracy on him. Just make him smack. He has AoE on the core, but then he's single target on the ultimate. He benches more as a dwarf, exactly. I mean, look at those arms. He's a Giga Chad. He's... I bench 500, bro. Dracula's a brawler, yeah. I mean, he's a disruptor. Honestly, he's a disruptor, but he looks more of a brawler than Dracula, right? Dracula looks like he's more of a, you know, fencer. Right? He has the sword. He's more of a fencer. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up before you get to me. Koschei looks like he's gonna come and headbutt you, right? I mean, look at that forehead. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that forehead. That one can break rocks, right? But yeah, let's finish his kit. So reading his kit. So ultimate attacks one enemy, equalize the HP of all allies equal to the HP of the enemy before attacking. Wait, what? So attacks one enemy. Equalize the HP of all allies equal to the HP of the enemy before attacking. So if you attack somebody with 10 HP, all your allies get 10 HP. If the target HP falls below 50% HP, also reduces the divinity by 30%. This one sounds weird. He's got a League of Legends Garen sword stance. Yeah. Manual mode only, I bet. Yeah, this one doesn't make sense. Equals the HP. Vola is equal to the HP of the enemy before attacking. So if you do the ultimate against somebody that has, like I said, 5% HP, all your team has 5% HP. But if the target HP falls below 50%, but wait, what? So if you're equalizing... Okay, so I guess if the target's HP falls below 50% after he attacks, it makes sense. Is that basically hero out? I mean, to me, it sounds the other way around. Because if the target has lower HP, your team's gonna get lower HP. At least based on the way that, like, equalize works in Raid, for example, pretty much means it takes it to the same level. Or I guess it just... Because it doesn't say equalizes... Oh yeah, so pretty much the way this says equalizes HP of allies to the HP of the enemy before attacking, it pretty much all your allies, based on how it's stated, get the HP of the enemy. So if the enemy has 10% HP, all your allies have 10% HP. So it's like, wait, what? Yeah, that's true if you didn't go for the lowest HP, but what if that happens on auto, right? What if there's only one person in left and Koshi is like, I'ma ult the shit out of his ass, and he gets all your team to 10% HP? That doesn't sound fun. So attack enemies with full health. That's true, but you gotta keep in mind, Godforge is gonna be the type of game where you're gonna be playing on auto. You're gonna have some stuff left on auto. You're gonna background farm on auto. For manual, it makes sense. You just never use it to break your stuff. It just sounds weird. It sounds really weird, right? I just, you know, I'm so much in the auto mode because of starting to play this. And to be fair, that's, you know, most of the games from this genre, that's how they are. Oh boy, I'm leveling up. Leveling up, getting stamina and whatnot. But let's see. Okay, 1 second. I think my puppy wants to come back in. Ugh. These games are designed so you can play them at work or while traveling to work. Exactly. They're designed to... They're specifically made for, like, working class people, I swear. And we like it, right? Because that's what we do. Some people read books. Some people go fishing. We play games while traveling, while working, while all that. But let's see what his passive does. So enemies don't resist down, issues down. Inflict 20% damage when attacking. Holy shit. Hello, Koshche. Holy damage mitigation. This is amazing. This just brings another layer to damage mitigation. Because you don't... It's not in the same... what's it called? It's not in the same group with somebody like a Svarog that has a damage mitigation passive, or like Anu, or like, what's the Fujin? I think Fujin, right, as the decrease AoE. You mitigate the damage before it even comes to you. And 20% is nothing to be frowned upon. That's huge, right? So enemies under resist down or initiative down. So it doesn't have to be both. It can be one, either of them. Just straight up do less damage when attacking this hero, all allies. But it only works as his passive that good. As an imprint, it's just when it attacks this hero. So this one sounds really cool. And here's the best thing. You don't necessarily need to land that with him. Right? Because it's enemies under one of those two debuffs. Inflict less damage. That's so cool. I love myself. I love me these damage mitigation stuff. Because, you know, at the core of most of these games, when you're trying to do some certain content that has boss fights, longer ones, or like, you know, same as in Raid, you have the Demon Lord. right? The first thing that you're trying to look at for these main bosses, for the long boss fights, is damage mitigation. What can I do to keep myself alive more so I can do higher amounts of damage? Well, Koshi is another one that goes at the top in my books, right? Just because of this passive. Even though, like, I was just trolling him because of the debuffs that are useless, well, guess what? This passive just makes him viable. Who knows what can be worked around with him? I love that. And I'm curious how the equalize works against the boss. Because bosses most of the time just appear as full HP. Does he equalize everybody to full HP? If the boss is dead, does he kill everybody? This is, you know, this is gonna be one to keep an eye out for. Definitely want to keep an eye out for when the game goes out. Interesting, Mr. Koshi. Okay, next one, Leshy. Don't think it applies to bosses. That's true, it might not apply to bosses, but it should do something against bosses. Right? Because otherwise, what's the point of doing the ultimate? Okay, let's see what the Treant does. Okay, did I break it? Okay, it might be, yeah, like I expected, it might be going in and out. At least we checked a few things that I expected were nice. So far, Devana, Koshi, Vesna, Lada, Villa, all amazing. Even Vampire, right? Even the Vampire. Oh yeah, there we go, it still works. Has pretty much a guarantee to put a drain on the basic. So if you want to use him alongside Guan Yu, without having to put Guan Yu, without having to give Guan Yu accuracy, just build Vampire to do this. To bring you drain, you're good. And you can also bring Curse. So this can be pretty cool. Okay, maybe it was just 1 second. Let's try again, Leshy. Or I have a feeling that maybe it's not loading the new ones. It just loaded the other ones because of it was, you know, saved in my cookies. Yeah, give Guan Yu Forge Fire, keep him alive, land the drain, and then Guan Yu goes boom. I wonder if it's just less or more. Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe trying to load more, it just gets a block. Okay, maybe I broke it. Did I break it? Yeah, it seems like it doesn't want to load new ones. Okay, and I might have lost electricity as well. I just had my thing go click, click. Oh boy. I definitely love what I've seen so far. Really like this uncommon. You got the same thing. Okay, so it might just mean that we need to take a break. Didn't really get the chance to finish all of it. But we tried, right? We tried. Because, I mean, to be fair, we already saw Perun, Svarog Dracula, just... I think one of these two, I think Bellobog, was the one that Simon had already leaked in one of the streams. Not sure we saw Chernobog yet. Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be, putting them all on the websites. Now, I'm wondering, and just asking you guys in chat, what do you think? Mr. Sneaky had a pretty cool idea. Pretty good idea. That I might, publicly saying I might do that as well. Hashtag stealing. Do you think you would want me to go through... Do you think you would want me to make a video on every single faction? Or like realm, sorry. And go over every single hero. Or at least go over every single new one. Because like I said, the game's gonna be out in... or from what we know, something around April's next thing we might get, so... Maybe I do something like that, right? Considering like how excited I was about all this kit. Don't shoot yourself, but yes. Yeah, considering, or maybe I do that, right? Maybe I actually make videos, even after I check their kits, and do kind of like, you know, here are my takeaways. This people to look out for. Like, for example, I could do for every single one, based on what I see, to be like, okay, You know, at foreign commons, Villa and Vampire, they're pretty amazing for Virai. Villa can be good for that. Vampire can be paired with that. Vesna, amazing healer to look out for early on. Lada, the imprint sounds like a good passive. Devana sounds amazing. Koshche is a sneaky one. So maybe I can do like a faction breakdown, takeaways and stuff like that for everyone. Mr. Sneaky, I hope you don't mind. I'm stealing your idea. I'm publicly admitting at least. But, you know, there's not much to do content on in the meantime. Who is the common Vira? I don't think it was a common. Oh, no, yeah, Osenia. Osenia didn't look too impressive. Yeah, we all had different opinions, that's true. Yeah, so she didn't seem to impress her, just all about sleep. Sleep here, sleep there. Yeah, there are gonna be lots of that. But I definitely feel like that's gonna be like maybe like every week or 2 videos a week. Loki Jr., that's true. Loki Jr. With boobas from the countryside. She definitely has the pattern from like Romania, Ukraine area of like these dresses. And she brings the boobas. I like her. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be it's fun. I love it. Like, I love that every single kit that I've seen so far has a little bit of something to it. Has you know, I can already think, okay, looks good for this, looks good for that. Obviously, we don't know much content, but most of it I'm like Hex Hollow, because that's most of what we've seen. But just the kits themselves, I like the way they are worded. Nothing seems broken, but everything so far seems like it has its use, it has its point in the team, right? Like every single thing is like, okay, Villa seems really cool for Hex Hollow. Vampire seems like a good enabler for Guan Yu. Vesna, straight up perfect healer. Lada, base defender with some defense and really interesting passive. Devana, amazing. Koshche, sneaky damage mitigator, right? So far, definitely seen a few things that excite me. So far, so good. Vesna is your next ex-wife. That's funny. Oh man, I'm so tired. This is fun. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but one thing that I was really happy about. I'm not sure people actually seen me in the first, not the first itself, but the first podcast I did for Fateless. I was just thinking this a while ago, and then just said, let me mention it now. The first podcast I did, they asked us at the end, like, you know, the usual questions to be, who would you like to see, who would you expect to be in, you know, in the game, in the Fateless game. I think at that point it was even Fateless. And I was happy to see that our boy Achilles was at it, right? The Achilles was one of the ones that I wanted to see. I'm happy to see that he's there. And he looks amazing, and his kit is really fun. And the best thing about it is, guess what? His kit pairs pretty well with Dracula, because he's all about bleeds himself. So that was just a fun little mention I wanted to make. Okay, let me let a puppy in. Puppy. Puppy. Fat puppy.
Yeah, good genre.
Fat puppy. We got a fat puppy.
Da man. A puppy, but.
We got a fat puppy.
Da puppy. Fat puppy. Grishana. Da man. A puppy, but.
Good. He's a snuggle popper.
Must say hello. Must say hello. Right there.
Daily puppy.
Da bacha.
Daily puppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitty's rocked on your account in alpha. Yeah, he was really awesome. He was definitely useful. Hello, puppy.
Hello, puppy. You want to say hello to chat, puppy? Yes. Like, hello.
Arr. You should name my puppy Yin Yang. No, she's Maya. It was... We didn't know much about the... But that's true. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. She's a fat puppy. Because of the black and white of her face. Puppy boy. Puppy boy. Fat puppy. She's like, all has spots, even though she's not Dalmatian. She's just like white with some random spots everywhere. Fat puppy.
Grashana. Dau după ceafă. Își dau după ceafă. Își dau după ceafă.
Like, hey, human. Okay, she's going to bed. Going to relax. Mehdi, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Thank you. I mean, I'm only on YouTube, but thank you for the sub. Is it because of the puppy? Did I get a sub because of the puppy? If that's the case, I get a puppy more often. Oh boy. But yeah, it's definitely exciting to see everything here. Oh yeah, another thing, by the way, because I'm not sure how I should do it. Should I do a video on all the... What's it called? All the leaks from the stream? Because there were quite a few, honestly. Like, I didn't catch everything. But based on what I listened while I was cooking and stuff, because I did it on TV, there were quite a few things that Simon leaked. And I was wondering if I should... try and make a video on that. Should I make a video on that or not? Oh yeah, because one of the reasons why I said that is like one of the big confirmations of what I assumed and other people assumed as well is the fact that Hades, then what's his name, Ra, and King Arthur are Echo. Kind of like Echo exclusive. He mentioned something along the way of that, right? When he said about the Echoes, it's like, oh yeah, you can get one of your dupe legendaries from here in the Echoes, or one of the 3 Echo heroes. I think that was his exact wording. So pretty much confirmed. Ra, King Arthur, and Hades are gonna be ecosystem. I guess you can call them exclusive, or they might be given, but pretty much I don't think you can summon them from anywhere else. But then 50 puppies at once and watch your subs explode. Exactly. Hear all the puppies. Bilingual puppy Maya's clever. She's silly puppy. And I think, yeah, you said cleaver. She's cleaver. Yes, she does cleave through food. Still think that Hell fell in love with Hades. Get it? I could 100% see that. And I feel like if they don't do that, it's a miss, right? I feel like it's a missed opportunity to play on the, you know, branding and the wording. Because at the end of the day, that's the thing that makes games stand out and makes games go further. And even, you know, for content creators and whatnot, it's playing on the branding, playing on the relatability, you know, playing with the callbacks. So having Hell fall in love with Hades would 100% be awesome as part of the lore. Because why not, right? Just do it. Why not? It just feels like it should be a thing, right? And I feel like they should all have like a sneaky way. At least the founders, right, should have a sneaky, some sort of a like a hidden or like mentioned somewhat or whatever, you know. Again, more things to keep it relatable, more things to have it like, you know, kind of like put their print or their imprint, some might say, on the game, right? Like, for example, Sham might have a, I don't know if there's gonna be something that's gonna be like a rock climber. Just get him be one of those heroes or some sort of invention. And then like, you know, for Dan Fiction, maybe there's gonna be something else in there. You know, I feel like that could be something really interesting and fun to do. Oh man, oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm sorry guys for all stretching, yawning and stuff. At least my back's not killing me anymore. It still hurts. Because apparently I'm getting old, guys. Right? Apparently I'm getting old. What the hell is this? What? Access? Nope. Because my dad came yesterday and the day before to like clean out a little bit my, what's it called? My trees. They're like apples, pears, whatever, everything in the back garden. So I just went to like clean the branches, like cut a lot with a chainsaw, with a handsaw, whatever. I had to clean yesterday. I think I only did that for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, oh my god, my back's killing me. I'm getting old. And I'm just 33, right? Oh, wait, no, 30. Wait, 30, I forgot my age. I'm 35. Oh my god, I'm old. I'm halfway to 70. I'm just 35 and I'm already complaining, right? My back was killing me. 58 here and no back problems. I know, but I'm 35, John Scorpion. I'm almost half your age and I work for an hour and a half and I'm like, my back, my knee. Your hair has its natural color, but then I had children and turned white. Yeah, I'm starting to have to see some whites in there, in my beard. And I keep being like, no, I don't want whites. And so he's like, no, you look good. I'm like, no, I look old. It's fine. I'll be old. It's okay. As long as Susie keeps me and Lily still loves me, I'm good. I don't have to impress anybody with my looks anymore. It is not the children. I mean, maybe it is the children. Depends on the children. You blame having kids. Yep, exactly. Not getting old, it's having kids. It's not because we're getting old. It's because we had kids, right? It's fine. Okay, what was happening here? Summon 3 champs. Okay, let's do it. Temple of Mystery Shot. I 6-starred somebody, for those of you that like kept watch on this. I actually 6-starred my Razzle Dazzle, right? My Razzlevarg. Yesterday, I just couldn't help myself. I'm like, no, I need a 6-star, so I did some... What did I do? Fuck off. Am I gonna waste the brew? No. What the hell am I doing? It's fine. I'm definitely I'm definitely not into it today, as you can tell. Only joking, of course, always. I mean, I always like myself a little bit of a banter, right? Always have a little bit of a joke, because you have to. You have to. Too many things are too serious in life, and like shit's, you know, too difficult. Too many problems happening in the world. I always like myself to have a little bit of a laugh, a little bit of a joke. We have to do that. Even with trolling, right? Sometimes I have trolls. I'm okay with people trolling. I'm okay with being trolled. As long as you know, there's a limit. You don't go overboard too much. I'm fine with trolls, right? As long as you're not ultra rude about it. I'm all about having a little bit of a laugh and having some fun. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So, hard. I need another 3 million in a bit. 3 million. Can I do it without an epic, I wonder? This one's done. Okay, so let me see. Let me get a rare in here. Button's good, though. This is good. Okay, maybe I remove Tagwar. Hate potion keeps taking far too much energy. Yeah, I'm kind of like stopped and took a break from that whole thing, right? I just wait, what did I do? No, I shouldn't have changed this. Fuck off. Okay, everybody else is fine then. Let me just make a new one for a rare hero. Doesn't allow me to do that. I'm kind of stuck on the one that says like get whatever, so I'm just pretty much pushing the... I'm pushing the campaign since there's 6-star Razzlevarg. I'm trying to see if I can get myself to like Brutal 6-6, maybe Brutal 12-3, so I can farm more stuff because I need to get 450s. I'm very sarcastic, so it may come across as rude sometimes. No, that's okay. Luckily, I don't easily get offended, right? It's like, you know, the first 2-3 times of like stuff that seems rude, I might be like, wait, what? Okay, it's fine. There's a difference, right? There's a difference between being sarcastic and being straight up a dick. I've come across everything in my YouTube journey, because the reality is, as a YouTuber and content creator, you know, doing stuff online, it's 10 times worse than real life when it comes to the bad part, right? When it comes to people being trolls and dicks and rude because they can hide behind the screen, people are 10 times worse. at being rude. So it definitely is, you know, I've definitely experienced few things, right? Experienced them, and I can, you know, I can handle a little bit. But also the good part is with online, you can just ban them. Just ban them, hide them, fuck off. It's like, move on with your day. Nothing happened. You don't care about anything else, and that's it. Also, text can be read differently than how you intended when you typed it. 100%. That's why I was never personally a big fan of texting. Because with texting, you cannot put across the tone, you know? It's like the tone of which you intended to say something never comes across through texting. So never say something serious through text, ever. Or important. Although my favorite Dracula grandson. Hello, hello, Mrs. Hillary. How are we doing? Do not judge me for this. Right? We were doing this earlier. But we broke it, right? We broke it. It didn't work. Checking the Godforge website with the kits and stuff. It is the look on your face that is missing. Exactly. Exactly. It's the look on your face that you cannot put across through a text. And it can be a massive difference sometimes. And to stay busy too. Exactly, right? We all have to stay busy. You all have to stay busy. I already had finished the Watcher Challenge. Played for 1 month with the Slate's Challenge. I loved it. It was really fun. If Slate watches this, thank you, Slate, for organizing it. I really enjoyed it. But now, you know, I feel like I achieved everything that I wanted to achieve with that, so just want to have a look at this as well. Just why not? You know, it was the game. It was my favorite game for a while. So it definitely deserved another look. Is that Lady H? Where? Oh, this one, Devana? Maybe? Oh, I forgot you also played Watcher, Hillary. I don't remember. I'm so, like, I feel so bad because I just don't have enough time in the day to be able to check out as many people as I would want to. Check out their streams, check out their videos. It's impossible, unfortunately. So it's like, I'm not up to date. I'm not too up to date on keeping out with what people are up to. So if I almost never come and say hello to you guys, I apologize. It's not the intention, just time. Because unfortunately, you know, when I have my time here, I try to, you know, do my videos as much as I can while you know, baby girls with my mom, do my videos, do some streams, catch up, work on the website, and then when, you know, baby girl's back, obviously want to spend time with her, right? I want to spend time with her. I want to spend time with Susie. So it's not as easy to be able to keep up with everything. Haven't streamed in forever, friend. Don't you worry. Okay, I know, but I still feel bad. I wish there was more time in the day, right? And also for some are like, you know, time zones. It's hard. But I'm trying me best. Fighting classic second team from Single Affinity. Okay, Single Affinity, aka actually I had one with, why did I not save it? It's fine. Get all of these people in there. Do the thing. Yeah, so Mrs. Hillary is a content creator. She's a good friend of the channel of Susie's as well. She streams like a variety of games and depending what she plays. She streams Raid, she streams some other stuff. When there was the Godforge Alpha, she streamed all of those. So definitely make sure to go check out her Twitch. Right, let me see, can... You only stream on Twitch or do you do YouTube as well, Mrs. Hillary? You can drop your Twitch link, Hillary. Family is always number one, I get it. Always a pleasure, exactly. So yes, Hillary usually streams on Twitch. When there was the alphas, she streamed her whole playthrough. She definitely had lots of fun. She definitely had some good progress. So definitely make sure and drop her a follow on Twitch. She deserves all the love and support. She's an amazing human being. We keep her. We keep Hillary. She's one of us. One of us. Only on YouTube, yeah. She might start doing on YouTube. I'm not sure if you have. Do you stream on YouTube as well, Hillary? If you do, you can drop. Or if you post content on YouTube, just drop your link, right? Go ahead and drop your link so people can go and show you some love. Right? It's not going to be too many because there's not a ton of us here, but, you know, there's some good people in here that are looking forward to Godforge. I know you're going to cover it yourself and looking for it, forward to it yourself, Hillary, so I'm going to try and send all the people your way as we can. By the way, Hillary, did you see my website? Did you see I'm actually working on a website? I'm actually building a website for Godforge that I'm really hyped about. I'm like, oh my god. It's my little project while waiting for Godforge to come out. And I'm like a little kid about it. See. Okay, what's this? When 3 access. Okay, let's do some dungeon stuff. I guess let's do a little bit of dragon. I wonder if I can do higher stage. You've been waiting patiently to unveil. Oh? What do you mean? I don't get it. So you've been waiting patiently to unveil something yourself, or you've been waiting patiently for me to unveil my website? Because I don't remember if I showed you last. Like when I started working on it, I was so excited. I started sharing with a couple of friends. Not too many though, I think. Oh, unveil for my website. Okay. Bum bum bum. OddOneGaming's website. Start with the homepage. Then we get a heroes page with all the filters, right? There's obviously a search filter, filter by realm, by archetype, affinity, allegiance, rarity. Then if there's any leader auras, obviously if you have some buffs or debuffs, you can always select whatever buff you're looking for. So let's say speed up 1, we only have Hippolyta. Want to see like speed up 2, what do we have? Aphrodite, Lady Jacques, and Quetzalcoatl. Right, so we got all of that. Then we have some cool stuff going for it. If we say, for example, let's go and check out Dracula. Wait, there's more, Hillary. Let's check out Dracula. Ooh, look at Dracula's page. Guess what? There's gonna be, I'm gonna try and have recommended weapons, right? So here are like 3 options of recommended weapons. Then it shows you what he does, his passive does if you turn into an imprint. That's the signature imprint. Then there's going to be recommended imprint. So my goal is going to be to have on the weapons, because I saw there was like legendary, epic, and rares, to try and have one best option of each. So have 1 legendary, 1 epic, 1 rare. So it gives you options from early to like early game to end game. A suggestion of weapons. Then imprints, I want to have a legendary, an epic, and a rare one. Like 3, like write 1 of each. Just to give people ideas. Because when you pull them, that's the first thing that people wonder, right? First thing, are they good? Secondly, how do I build them? So that's going to be this part. Then when it comes to the armor, right? The armor sets, what do you put on them? I'm going to have recommended sets, right? Boom, boom. You can see here, okay, what does this set do? Or what does this set do? This is where I'm going to go. Then I'm going to try and have recommended for each piece of gear, each piece of armor, sorry, that you can get on them. I'm going to have recommended main stats, right? For helmet, pauldrons, chest, gauntlets, legs, treats. Which this one's supposed to be boots. I'm not sure why it keeps being bugged like that. Pretty good tips on our website. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's like, obviously, currently, I only have stuff rated for people that are in the minigame for recommended weapons and imprints, because we don't have too much gameplay out to kind of like, you know, rate it more, test more, and whatnot. That's obviously going to be the work in progress. But the end goal, that's it, right? That's my end goal for the website. Have best recommended options I can think of, and I'm always open to feedback. I'm not gonna make this as this is my only my opinion and like it's my thing. I'm only 100% right. No, if people give me feedback, I will 100% listen to it. If you want to give me feedback, always Discord in the description. I have a channel designated to that. It's called the website feedback. If you feel like something's wrong, give me arguments, and I'm happy to change it, because I don't want this to be only like OddOneGaming's resource. No, I want this to be a community resource. I want this to be the best I can possibly do it to help as many people in the community as possible, right? That's my goal. So I'm open to feedback always. But pretty much that's what happens. This one over here, skill upgrades, and if I have a video at the end, it's gonna be the video link to it, right? Where maybe I show some gameplay, my build, spotlight, and whatnot. This is incredible. Thank you, Hillary. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna make it the level of like hellhades.com or their like official one, because, you know, it costs a lot. And, you know, I'm I can't afford it as of now. But my goal was just to, you know, start and have something like this, and I managed to find somebody that made it amazing. And the way that he did it is so good because I can just add every single person myself. He built a template for this, for weapons, for sets, for like dungeons, even for dungeons, for example. For the dungeons, I have a, it's kind of like, you know, I'm again, same thing, gonna be a work in progress. I want to have dungeons themselves, what do they do and whatnot, and then have recommended teams. I'm gonna have like OP teams, free-to-play friendly options, kind of like, you know, be as helpful as I can, pretty much. That's kind of the goal, because I'm really excited and hyped for the game. I'm really looking forward to it. Chill, salute. I'm not starting to do content on Raid. I'm just playing Raid in the background, right? I'm just chilling with it. I'm not gonna do any videos on it, right? Unless maybe I would do something like comparisons of like, this is what Raid does good, Godforge should do it. That might be the only thing, but I'm not specifically gonna do videos on Raid. No, just play Raid in the background while wait for Godforge, just having fun. You fit in with the Fateless with your willingness to listen to the community. Thank you. I always try to do that. That's something I do, not just in games. It's like, that's something I always tried to do in real life. I always hated people that are really arrogant or narcissists. I really always hated them. So I always try to be as balanced. I always try to listen to feedback. I'm the type of person that never have a problem if I'm wrong with something. I never admit when I never have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. If I do something wrong or something bad, I always like for people to tell me that's okay, as long as, you know, if you're a complete dick, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. You know, there's a way to do it, but I'm always happy to listen to feedback and try and improve always as a human being, right? First of all, because, you know, that's the best we can do for this world. So much shit happens around in the world that we cannot change everything in the world. We cannot impact that much. So my mentality was always that, you know, at least, you know, Gandhi had a really good quote that I liked that said, be the change that you want to see in the world, right? So we're not going to be able to change everything in the world, but at least if we are trying to always be better as people, we can at least, you know, be a good influence or a good positive impact on our group, our family, our close friends, right? So if more people were like that, then, you know, I think the world would be a better place. That's what I'm trying. I'm always trying to improve, because we are all human. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up. It is what it is. Always try to improve. Always try to be better, because you know what? I'd rather learn from my mistakes than repeat them, right? Learn from them and then avoid them, hopefully in the future, then repeat and do the same thing. Clean image, clear and easy to read. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Mrs. Hillary. Appreciate it. It's like, yay! I'm like a little kid with his new toy with this. Again, is it gonna be perfect? No, but I'm not perfect. I'm not a pro at doing websites. I suck at doing spreadsheets. That's why I didn't do spreadsheets. This was kind of the goal. This is instead of spreadsheets for me, right? This was the website. Instead of having all my info in spreadsheets, I just want to have a website. So Suzy supported me with this to do it. I found somebody that was really helpful to do it, so that was really awesome. You're always helpful. Thank you, Daisy. Appreciate it. I cannot wait for Godforge. Same. Is it out yet? Can I have it? Can I have the game, please? It's like I'm just like a kid in a toy shop waiting. Like, give me Godforge. Suzy's lucky to have you. Thank you, John. Appreciate the kind words. Paul and Suzy are such incredible humans who I looked up to. She sees them people I value being friends with. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't make me cry, right? I had a rough night. Couldn't sleep properly. Don't make me cry, Hillary. And that's the thing. I like to surround myself with good people, right? I like to surround myself with good people, with nice people, with good vibes, right? Especially since I became a father, I value health as #1 thing in my life, right? Health and then peace of mind, right? Because if you're healthy and you have peace of mind and you're calm, you know, things good, everything else in life falls into place. Because if you're not healthy and if you live a stressful, annoyed life, everything else goes to shit. I've seen it so many times. I've known people that died at like 50 from heart attacks, from being stressed and whatnot. So that's why, like, you know, my priorities are always gonna be the same. If my health is not good, I don't care about anything else. And there's, like, you know, people like Mrs. Hillary. So I'm sorry if you're in chat and I'm not mentioning. I'm just trying to talk about, like, you know, longer term people I know for more. But people like Mrs. Hillary, people like Daysuri, people like maybe even like Ragewood, right? So those are the type of people that I've known for a while. We've known for a while. And they all have, you know, no negativity, no toxicity, no bad intention. It's like we're trying to keep a nice medium of what we do. We're trying to have a happy medium, positivity, you know, have fun. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about games, right? Like, it so gets me, so grinds my gears, as the saying is, when you see people that get so ultra stressed and annoyed about games and start being toxic and negative, and you're like, but it's a game. Like, we're playing a game. Why are you I used to be the same, right? Like, I'm not judging all the, I'm not only judging people. I'm judging myself. I used to be like that as well, right? Before Lily was born, I was so intense, so passionate, so like, oh, I hate this game, fuck you Plarium, or whatever, this game and that game. It's like, you know, there was too much of that. No, the more and more I go through, you know, life, the more and more Lily grows. It just, you know, makes me just want to be a better and better person every single day, because I want to be you know, I'm tearing up myself when I'm talking about my baby girl. I want to be a good example to my baby girl, right? She's like, me and Susie, we're the two people that Lily is going to be looking up to, right? We are the main focus. We are, even when we think she's not watching, she's always going to be watching us. And we have to be the perfect examples for her. So if we're going to be bad human beings or like have bad habits or whatever, Lily's going to be seeing that. And I don't want that. I want, you know, my mark on the world, mine and Susie's marks on the world are going to be, first of all, it's going to be left through our daughter, right? The type of human that we raise her to be, the way that she's going to be, the way that she's going to be, it's like she's our legacy. She's kind of like our legacy. And if we let the legacies be bad, then, you know, we have not lived our life properly. Because I feel like that's the thing that we do, right? Not everybody is able to do history, appear in history and whatnot. The best thing that we can do is what we leave behind, right? What do we leave after us? Is it going to be a good mark, or is it going to be a bad mark in the world? So especially as somebody that, like, you know, if you're somebody that has children, that's the best way to, you know, leave your impact in history in a way. Or like for humanity, it's just, you know, make sure you raised a decent person, make sure there's an honest human being, somebody that values, you know, positive stuff, not negative ones. Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. Try to leave people in better spirits that they were. Exactly, Mrs. Hillary. Same. Like, what's with these ninjas cutting onions? Go away, ninjas. Stop cutting onions, ninjas, right? Oh, man. You're great parents. Thank you, Daisy. Appreciate it. She's a lucky girl too. Sweet, incredible humans for parents. Thank you. Thank you, Hillary. That's why we surround ourselves with people like you. Because you're the same. You're amazing people. And sweet and honest and positive. And that's what we need, right? No more onions, exactly. Go away, ninjas. Leave us alone. Go away. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's... Especially, like, you know, with the stuff, I don't like to get, you know, political and stuff like that. But especially, like, you know, when you see with the shit that's... Even has been happening over the last years. Like, you know, my neighbors in Ukraine. Now you see the whole thing with Iran and everything. It's like, there's so much shit in the world that we don't need to have our little lives be negative and have bad stuff in it as well. Like, why? There's too many bad things in the world. We need to do better. We need to be better as human beings, right? Like, I'm not... Though, here's the thing. I'm not a maybe complete snowflake. I'm definitely not woke at all. Like, I'm gonna have some opinions, but I'm trying to avoid that. I'm definitely not woke at all. But, you know, just trying to be positive and balanced. Ginsu onions, yep. But it's just like, you know, try and be positive. Try and bring good stuff. Try and be happy. Be healthy, be happy. Appreciate life. Make heaven with what you have, was the saying. And then things are gonna be good. Always love being here, just sets me back to good spaces when the world takes me down. I'm always happy to do that if I can. If you ever need somebody to talk to, just hit my DMs. I might not be able to answer instantly, but I'm always happy to help if I can, right? It's like, that's the best we can do. Help each other as much as we can. World's gonna be a better place. I just went all kumbaya and shit, right? So, and I do have a balance, like you notice. Like, I talk about good stuff, positivity, and stuff like that, but I do swear a little bit here and there. Because you know what? I honestly feel that people that swear a little bit are better people in general. I don't know why. Right? Because I feel like that's, you know, that's an honest person. He's okay to swear, right? He's okay to say, give a couple of fucks here and there, right? I feel like that's a more honest person. Like, people that maybe hardcore try not to swear, it's maybe a bit different. Though, caveat is I might have to try and reduce it myself, because, you know, I have a kid. I don't want my daughter to always hear me swearing a lot. I don't swear 24/7, of course, but, you know, like I said, a few ones here and there. Do not hold in your emotions, you'll become bitter. No, I've done that over the years, right? I'm known to have cried here and there. I'm man enough to admit it. It happens, right? Not too often though, because, you know, still a dude at the end of the day. Still gotta keep it in. Still gotta do it, you know. But it's sometimes a little bit here and there. Like I said, a little bit comes out. But yeah. I think swearing is key. I said, do not hold in emotions. Swear more than I'd like to sometimes. Appreciate making me feel better about it. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay, you know. Yeah, there's the limit. There's kind of like with everything in life, balance is key, right? If you swear too much, then maybe it needs to be balanced. If you don't swear at all, you might need to throw a couple of fucks here and there, you know. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not promoting swearing, just to be clear. I'm not promoting it. It's like, you know, if some of them slip, like I said, here and there, like, you know, don't put yourself down, maybe, too much. Try the amount, you know, and that's normal, right? When there's, like, you know, strong emotional things. Because at the end of the day, yes, we are men, but that doesn't mean we're robots, right? We have emotions as well. We have emotions as well. And it does happen. Swearing is a great form of self-expression, exactly. Swear like a trucker, but my kiddo has been allowed in the right context. He's 10 and refuses to swear. Okay. Yeah, Susie swears like a trucker sometimes as well. It happens. It's fine, they're just words. It all depends, again, even with swearing, it depends on the context, right? How do you use them? If you swear words to, like, you know, say something bad towards or to somebody else, then we have a problem. And I would personally always try not to do that. Because obviously, you know, never trying to be rude or be a problem for other people. But, let me see, can I beat this guy? Maybe like this. Look, we're doing 3v3, this is cute. But, you know, if you do sometimes something bad happens, you're like, oh, fuck off. You know, a little bit of that, it's fine. No shame in that one, exactly. It's like, you know, there are moments where our emotions need to come out as well. Because, like, the more we bottle up, the more it affects us mentally. Even though in general, like, yeah, us as dudes, we usually have to be the rock, right? We might not show our emotions as much as women do, but that's because, you know, it's not in our nature to do it as much, I guess, right? Like women, for example, strive more off of, or like feel better, I guess, off of showing and talking about their emotions more. Whereas for us, we're more like The Rock. We have to keep it in. We try to keep it in. And that's with like everything, not just emotions, right? If stuff happens, like I can see myself, if stuff happens, I try to just, you know, don't talk about, just sort it out myself, right? Like I got it. It's just the way that we handle things. I guess it's like maybe a little bit of like man pride. Odd One speaks to the massive emotions that are okay to experience. Exactly, yeah. But even with those, even with emotions, it's a balance, right? If I cry 24/7, then that might be a health problem. I might need to look into it, right? So it's, again, it's all about balance. Balance of everything in life. You took away the power of them being bad words and he just has no interest in using them. That's true, exactly. It's the way that they are implemented. Oh, Pooh, I just found out you had Whisper in your vault. Oh, you started playing again, John? I kind of missed. Like, I might have not been up to date with who's playing, who's not. This morning was not the best for me. I told you guys. I had a rough night last night. So I might not perfectly keep up with everything. I might not be perfectly talking. I might suck at talking. Words might evade me, but I'm trying. At least we had a good look, right? At least we had a good look at these and was really happy about it with everything that I saw. But I think I'm going to call it soon because I have to go and help my dad as well a little bit with some stuff. Then I have to come back and record. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm not going to be streaming, guys, because tomorrow I have some errands to do in town. It's the yearly time to like get oil changes and tire changes and just check my car overall. You know, check for brakes and everything. So tomorrow I will not be streaming, in case people have seen it, because I'm pretty happy, right? Pretty happy that I've been doing it every single day so far this week. And again, I'm really happy that I can get the chance to connect back to my community, because like I mentioned, since Lily was born, time's a little bit more limiting. I talked about it earlier, right? So I did not have the chance. So at least just having this, right? Just having a coffee while I'm doing my stuff, while talking about games, it's just, I feel like that's the perfect way. I'm not going to be able to connect with everyone because like a lot of my community are from the US. So I'm not going to be able to connect with lots of people from there, unfortunately. But overall, you know, 10 a.m. my time, which is like 8 a.m. UTC. I'm always going to try and stream Monday through Thursdays, unless, you know, days when I have errands and whatnot. And then maybe when Godforge goes live, I'm going to try and have the Friday sharp pulls again, right? That would be the time to do it. Greetings from Timișoara, mate. Hello, Skank. Salut din Baia Mare. Or close by Baia Mare. Countryside around Baia Mare, to be more precise. I work overnights now at a youth homeless shelter, so I can make more of your streams. Yay! Happy to hear that. I hope I can be able to jump in more of yours from time to time as well. Because, like, you know, everything in life is about give and take. I'm hoping to be able to give back. And show at least once a month, right? Find a day where I can catch people streaming and go and say hello. I always try to do a little bit of that, right? Again, trying to connect to the community, because at the end of the day, this is what we're trying to build for Godforge. Same thing that Raid had that was amazing. It's still there, but not the same level as it used to be. Unfortunately, you know, people have become more toxic, and it happens, I guess, with time. But my goal is to try and build the same fun, happy, friendly community for Godforge that we had for Raid, right? Just want to get that happening, because I know that's the same thing that, you know, Fateless as a team and Godforge stand for. They want to build a toxic, they want to build a non-toxic community. They do not want to stand for toxicity. They do not want to stand for hate. Same thing that they did in Hell Hades Discord. They want to try and do the same thing here, and I want to promote that as well. Common shits and giggles, exactly. That's what the Fridays will be. Sometimes, like, you know, if Lily lets us, sometimes Susie would join, sometimes maybe Susie and Lily. Depends how it's gonna be, right? Depends on the time, depends on baby girl, and all of that. Godforge, I feel, will be more positive overall. It has to be, because most of us are positive and stuff like that. Oh yeah, by the way, Hillary, let me invite you in the... Let me invite you in the server that I'm in Pantheon of. Unless are you in a different Pantheon? Actually, wait, I don't want to steal you. Actually, I want to steal you. Fuck other Pantheons, you're our friend. Do you want to join us, right? I think we can find some more spots in there. So, for those of you that don't know, I used to be Hive Mind. Just our vibes do not match at all with the whole community and whatnot. So, I'm not part of Hive Mind anymore. I joined the book club, which is Rage Woods, which is Susie and all that. Your control all deal, but oh yeah, if it's Xavarag, then no, I don't want to step on Xavarag's toes. He's a friend of the cluster, obviously friend of Discord and whatnot. But yeah, you're okay. I didn't know if you had one or not. That's why I offered. If you have one, that's okay. They're good people overall. Like from what I've known, from what I know, they're Control Delete, the Control Alt Elite are actually nice people. Obviously, I don't know all of them. So 60% of them are 60% of the time they're nice every time. So Xav healed me so. Xav's amazing. I'll have to. At some point I will shamelessly ask for his help with my Discord setup because I suck at that. I'm useless, right? I'm completely useless when it comes to technology and stuff like that. With websites, with Discord, I'm definitely not tech savvy. I'm like an old guy. Not good at all. So he, at some point when I want to try and set up my Discord more to, you know, get more people and whatnot, I'm definitely going to be asking for his help. But you know, once I get there, it's still no rush. Still don't have ultra much information about when it launches and whatnot. So for now, we are good. But I guess this is a good spot. It's getting almost close to midday for me. Like I said, I need to go help my dad with some stuff. I need to record. Busy day. Thanks to all of you. I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I didn't make you feel like, oh, he's such a sappy motherfucker. Like when we were all kumbaya and positive and whatnot. But you know, I'm just trying to, you know, be human in my streams, and that's the goal of my streams, to connect with people, to help people if I can with answers, questions, whatever, and enjoy. So this is who I am. If you don't enjoy that, then it's fine. But thank you all for hanging out. Like I said, tomorrow I will not be able to stream because I have errands to do in town. But then hopefully on Friday, if all goes well, should be back to streaming again. Just another couple of hours of gameplay. Talking Godforge, talking Raid, talking website, talking everything. Talking everything and just chatting with you guys in general. But anyway, thanks to all of you hanging around. Peace, love, take care everyone, and have a great rest of your day. I guess I'm gonna see you in the next one.